Well, many people want to know, what's the secret to a successful, long-lasting relationship? Atlanta's Dwight Howard Sr. and his wife Cheryl, parents of NBA star Dwight Howard, recently talked with CBS 46. Hear what they told our Gravir Denza about being married 40 years.
I saw that smile and that hair pulled back and pretty long legs. I was like, wow, that was it. That swept me from that moment.
You were young.
Yeah, we met in the 9th grade.
14.
He remembered dates really well and ages.
And I can remember the first time I stilled a little kid standing at the double door. And her mom was working at a factory, and it was about time for her to come home. I would stand right there at the door and get a little kiss and go on home.
He did.
It was young love, but despite their ages, Dwight Howard Sr. and his wife Cheryl still had big dreams.
Our expectations always, from I would say 11th grade, that we wanted to be married. We said that we wanted to be married. We wanted to have a whole lot of children. She wanted to play basketball. I wanted to be a professional basketball player. And cheers. Okay.
The first realization, all relationships have their ups and downs.
We went through everything. We were expecting a child as seniors. We lost a set of twins.
The Howards have been on this journey for almost 40 years.
We've had our hardships, even through marriage, we've had it.
All journeys have their highs and their lows, including the tough times they faced being parents to NBA superstar Dwight Howard.
Obviously, you're parents of a high-profile figure. Does that bring its own challenges or no?
It brings its own challenges. Just trying to assist a high-profile person causes you to take your emphasis off your spouse. And we learned that the first year. And we had so many people coming at us. It was a major divide. But then we had to sit back and say, now, we've gone through everything. We're not millionaires, but we have each other. And we cannot allow our son, daughter, anything, professional career, to separate us.
Through the tough times, the Howards both credit their faith in God for keeping them strong and together.
We got married in less than a year, we were separated. It was because of just a lack of communication.
Like he said, through the grace of God, we sustain. Because without God, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be sitting here talking to you now.
But when we sit down, we look at each other and we count the costs. And we like, look now, it's nothing that we can't go through that we haven't been through if we are on one accord.
And giving back is also very important to the Howard family. You can learn more about their foundation, Hope on the Hill, by going to hopeonthehillatlanta.com. What a great couple. Well, today is a day we celebrate love, and we're looking at real-life love stories of couples who have been together for decades.
You know that saying that behind every good and successful man is a good woman. Well, that's certainly the case for Johnny Hunt. He's pastor of First Baptist Woodstock. For more than 40 years, Miss Janet has been right there by him.
Marriage is not as complicated as we've made it.
When you spend time with Pastor Johnny Hunt and his wife Janet, who have been happily married most of their lives, you notice the little things that make their relationship work.
Okay, which one are we going to have today?
The way they talk about how they first met in their hometown of Wilmington, North Carolina.
He would walk home from work by my house. So I would see this pattern every day.
The way they tease each other.
I like the kid. I tell people the reason Adam never divorced Eve, there wasn't anybody else.
It's a principle from the Bible. Isn't that good? Sometimes
Hunt has been pastor at First Baptist Woodstock for more than 31 years. Janet, always by his side.
After that, I'm free.
Married for almost 48 years, they've accomplished a feat many long to reach: to grow gracefully old together.
So we're in great years of enjoying each other, enjoying our children. But the bottom line is we literally are best friends.
You don't get through 47 years without having some ups and downs and some struggles.
I think the main thing is that it's endurance, it's perseverance, that we can get through this, and we're better together, we can get through it together.
There were the naysayers.
He was so wild and crazy. And I was just a sweet little innocent child, and he was a mean boy. But somehow this mean boy really got my attention.
She liked mean men. No, but no, I was managing the pool room soon after that, after dropping out of high school, and then real abuser of alcohol. So really, her dad would not want her to meet someone like me.
At 18, he was a high school dropout. Janet, just 17 when they tied the knot.
I told my dad that, if he didn't sign for me to get married, that I was going to change my birth certificate. That's how determined I was that I was going to marry this guy.
2 years into the marriage, she was having doubts.
So I hung in there and then started thinking, what could make our marriage better? And then my roots started coming back, how my grandmother would always take me to church. And I knew that church life was a better life.
Told my wife, I said, if you're going to keep hounding me about church, let's just get up and go to the little Baptist church.
It
right
was
down the
January
street.
7th, 1973, a snowy Sunday
always happy
night
when you're
that
home.
changed their lives forever.
We wouldn't have made it, but then the difference Jesus made in my life. So we had to give credit where credit's due, and it has been the staying power.
You ever been listening to me preach? This is good stuff.
Today, their ministry reaches 17,000 members.
Ministry's demanding.
Over time, Hunt's learned how to juggle the demands with prioritizing his family. They have 2 daughters and 4 grandchildren.
So we still date every week. So we have a date night. And I know she likes movies, and I know she loves NASCAR.
What's the best piece of advice you would give to somebody who's getting married today?
Go into it as if there is not another option. Go into it thinking you are going to spend the rest of your life with this person, and when things get rough, we're going to work it out.
Good advice, wouldn't you say? Miss Janet also says she knows that her husband, if her husband did not love God first, he would not know how to love her. And she said, as in any relationship, you got to pick your battles wisely.